Do you want a free house or even a free piece of land? If the answer is yes, then you've made it to the right video. Hello, my name is Oliver and welcome to Scoria. Today's question is, what is adverse possession? Now, you found this video for a reason, because you want to understand what adverse possession really is. And let me just tell you, I have over a decade's worth of adverse possession experience. I've done tons of research, I've helped multiple people, and I adverse possess my own properties too, so I know everything about it. So adverse possession is claiming property for free. I have to stress that enough. You will be getting a house or a piece of land for free. Okay, you can't go and claim your next door neighbour's house because that's obviously their house, and you can't go and claim your granddad's back garden either, so those are off the cards. But do you have an abandoned property nearby? Probably. This is the thing, when I go around I see so many abandoned properties everywhere. I just don't have the time to claim them all personally. But there might be one right by you, a house potentially, and it could be yours. Seriously, it could be yours. Now, I have to stress that adverse possession is not for the faint-hearted. It can be a very simple process, especially if the property is unregistered, especially if the owner has passed away or moved on or whatever. There's lots of ways that you could claim the property, but when I say it's not for the faint-hearted, I mean you could lose it. And that is the truth. Whatever you do beyond this point is a risk. Completely. It is 100% a risk. But it's a risk that you've got to be willing to take. Are you willing to take it? Because I will tell you exactly what you need to do to successfully claim any sort of property that you would like in the United Kingdom. Now, obviously, laws are different everywhere. England and Wales do not have the same laws as Scotland, for instance, but you can still do it. You can still successfully claim your own property. So to claim your own property, you have to, first of all, find an abandoned piece of property, and then you have to go and do your due diligence and your research to ensure that the property is truly abandoned. Now, I will be making videos in the future covering the step-by-step process that I personally use and everything I've done to ensure that a property is as abandoned as it can get. Now, I go very deep diving. I go looking through ancestry records and building family trees of any potential owners just to make sure there is no possible chance of a living heir. And it's always very wise to do this, because just because something looks abandoned, it doesn't mean it is. But we'll say it is. This process is going to take you up to 12 years. You have to remember this. It's going to take you up to 12 years. You have found a property, you want that property, you have to legally enter the property, which I'll make a whole video on how to successfully enter the property, because I don't want you guys to fall on the wrong side of the law and lose out, obviously. But once you've been able to gain lawful entrance into the property or to the piece of land, you then have to upkeep it. You have to make sure the property stays nice, looks nice, and if you're scared to live in it, which could be the case, you might not want to live in an abandoned property just in case you get kicked out, you rent it out. There's no laws against that whatsoever. You can successfully rent out an abandoned house or rent out an abandoned piece of land. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And I will be covering all of these details, but the point of adverse possession is the market sucks. House prices suck. Land costs suck. We can barely afford rent at the moment, and this is our only option. So, if you're with me, because I am doing this process myself as well, we can successfully gain property and land together. This isn't a joke. Adverse possession is taking possession of a property that someone isn't using. Adverse possession is claiming something that could turn out to be yours in the future. Yes, the process can take up to 12 years. Yes, there may possibly be a shortcut, which I will make in another video. And yes, the process could potentially be shorter in other periods. But as long as you do your due diligence, you do your documentation, and you do everything correctly and legally, there should be no hiccups. And then when you file your paperwork in the 10 to 12 years time that it could take you, hopefully the property will be yours. That's right. You will get the property in your name at the end. And this could be a mid-terrace house. This could be a 300-acre abandoned farm. It doesn't matter on the size of the property whatsoever. You can claim it, providing you follow my steps that I am going to provide you. Now, if you haven't come across my videos yet, I do have another channel called Oliver Kuiz, which I uploaded so many adverse possession videos on there. But this channel, Scoria, it's a completely dedicated adverse possession channel where videos are going to be coming out every single week to help you along with your process. Adverse possession. You see it, you say it, you want it. Go and claim that house. Go and claim that piece of land. It is really as simple as that sometimes. It's crazy to think that you could have been driving past, well, anything. You could be walking past something on your dog walk, and you're like, that looks abandoned. Well, after you do your research and your success with it, could be yours. It's crazy to think that you could own a property. It's crazy to think you could own your own piece of land. So adverse possession, it's a great process. It's time consuming. It is documenting. It is risky. Yes, there, as I said, there's a chance you could lose the property. But if you follow my steps, if you follow everything that I say, and you listen to all the information I give you, hopefully that won't be the case. Now, I understand this has just been a brief summary of adverse possession, but don't worry, because the next video will be covering even more. The next one will be even more, even more, even more. We're going to be covering absolutely everything. And if you have any questions in regards to adverse possession, let me know in the comments below, because honestly, I really want to know. And if I haven't already got a video planned for it, I could make a video based on your comment and your questions. Absolutely. Because I want to help absolutely everyone in adverse possession. Now, if you are someone who's already doing the adverse possession series, I would really recommend for you to reach out to me. I want to hear your stories. I want to share your stories and potentially even film it. I want to cover everything. I want to be able to help people as much as possible and pass on as much information as I possibly can. But for now, adverse possession is, you see a property, you can get it. And yes, this is legal. Yes, you can see all this on the government website. Nothing is illegal about this, so don't listen to what people say, because a lot of people don't believe this process. They think you can't just get something for nothing, but do you know what? That's a lie. It is a complete lie. Trust me, I know people doing adverse possession. I do it myself. I have physically found properties and given them to people to adverse possess. I know this works, and I know we can build something together. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. Please make sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the bell notifications, and I'll see you in a few days when I upload the next adverse possession video, where we'll be covering, well, you'll see then. Because I'm going to be covering absolutely every single detail of adverse possession to ensure that you stay on the right side of the law. Goodbye.